And he also later on donated hundreds of thousands of specimens to the museums in China, and he donated the most to Wuhan Museum, around 1,400 pieces. So talking about our overall stocked specimens in Wuhan Museum and the Yangtze River Civilization Museum, that's a lot. So for here only is around 6,000 specimens. Besides Mr. Bering donated pieces, for ourselves we also purchased more than 1,000 of specimens to reflect the civilization of great rivers that involve the rocks, the specimens of animals and plants. So what is the same? The same is the Yellow River journey to create the music of life. So this is the big theme for the Yellow River Civilization Theme Museum. So we enter the background of the Yellow River to show the splendid history of animals and plants. And at the front, there are 3 treasures. This one is the Mamenchisaurus, and 40% of it is fossiled. So you can see this giant size. It's more than 1 story of the building. This is well preserved. So we would like to showcase from the little ones. So we have the dinosaurs that is flying in the air, and we show the whole journey of dinosaurs growing up. And we have another one. This is the very long, the silicified wood. So that's around 2.7 meter long. And this is also from Jurassic period. We can say they coexisted with dinosaurs. So they're from the same period. So this is called silicified wood. So this is because of the other chemical evaluations. So this is actually transferred. So you can see it's a true shape, but you touch it, feel it. This is very, very thick. You can see the pattern. The pattern is still very clear, but actually this is really harsh. So we can say it's maybe carbonized. Actually, you can consider it as rocks. And the third one, you can see this is really the rock crystallized. So you can tell it's like a tree, but in the end we can tell it's a nature for itself. It's rock. So we can say it's purified. So we know this is not really transferred to coal. So it's still based on the different time period and also the location. We found this one in Xinjiang province. So after the tree cropped down, and it's with the time of the evolution, so it's cannot really transfer to the coal. That still depend on the location. For this wall, actually that's around 110 square meters. This is the earliest day we found. You look at closer, you can find the footprint of the dinosaurs. So give it closer shot so you can see the triangle shape. That is the footprint of dinosaurs. So that's a very little ones, very, very small. So that's a very small dinosaurs. And that fossil is the largest. We can find something similar in other museums, but I can tell you this is the largest one in China. So this is the fossil wall of a dinosaur's footprint. So it's really rare to find dinosaurs' footprint. You can find a lot that's dinosaurs' bones, but it is rare to see dinosaurs' footprint. And right now it's the fossils. And this fossil wall is really well preserved. It is the treasure. So this one, a professor from the University of Geography, Mr. Liu Zhongsheng, he believes that by then we also can find fish. So the dinosaurs found fishes and tried to capture all these fishes. This is the scene from these fossils. So this is the scene captured to show that the dinosaurs found fishes and the dinosaurs tried to capture all these fishes. So after we wash the wall, and then with the lightings, you will see a very closer picture of that. And we will also use the cartoons and the other cutting-edge technologies to show you exactly the story behind. So this is really hard to capture this well-preserved fossil. And we can say we're very lucky. So this is another one, the giant size of Mamenchisaurus. You can see the neck and the tail. We can tell the neck is half of the body length. And once dinosaurs were the dominator of the earth. We talk about the evolution and succession of dinosaurs. We talk about dinosaurs really disappeared. It's a dot. It's a question mark. Some of them maybe later on transformed to the flying bird. So from the paleontology, we talk about it maybe not totally disappeared. And this is the bone of the dinosaurs. We talk about that's a tailbone. And for the whole tail is also quite long. Give you a closer look. We can tell it's around 30 meters. Only for part of his body. And right now we can tell this size is really large, but I can tell you in Sichuan Tianye Museum, they have a greater size than this one. So this is the Mamenchisaurus. And the Mamenchisaurus was not born in China, or we talk about where is the hometown of Mamenchisaurus. So talk about the expert from paleontology. Mamenchisaurus is from the place called Mamenchi. And we talk about that, and people have a different translation in that. And because this name actually back to them, people just say it and promote it word by mouth. So by the different dialects, right now it's changed the name in Chinese, but in the end we all know it's the Mamenchisaurus. This one, we got it from Shanxi province. And this is alluvial deposit. And this is caused by the river. And we got it in the field from Shanxi province. And all actually here is the Yellow River Civilization Sea Museum. And this is, we can see, the first one in China. We want to show that the volatility of life under the background of Yellow River and nature. So this is the fossils we found from the rivers. So this is all help us to lay the very solid scientific base to demonstrate the history and development of Yellow River and Yangtze River. So you can find the fossils of deposit. And this is every fossils tell the story behind. So we hope to, through all these fossils, to show how the nature shape itself. And this is the frog. We can tell the shape is quite the same as the frog we know and we see nowadays. And this is the shape of the fish. It's easy to tell. And the animals that are already extincted, actually we not show here. And we show the animals right now still exist. And this one. This is the well preserved. We can tell only 0.001% around is man-made, but the rest actually is well preserved, the original fossils. So I welcome all the viewers to come here and have a look and touch. The head is the real one. So we talk about that the rate of fossil, we're talking about the fossilization. So every time we not really found the full body of the fossil actually. So we can tell that you can find this really complete shape or bones of the fossils. We tell that the leg, so that maybe not of this one's leg, that maybe the leg from a different Reynolds. So we talk about that's the fossilization. So we talk about this one, the head. So this one is copied. And we have the real one here. This one is the real. So we want to give the very, very close look provided to our viewers. You can really see even to the teeth. And we can see it's well preserved. I think the shape of the teeth is quite similar as a human being. So if we had the head really up higher, then the viewers cannot really have a closer look. That's why we made one and hang it up and put the real one really close to us. So this is really rare to see. So this is also another treasure. I believe this is the largest one in China, right? So this is the most completed. For now, that later for the Zhejiang Museum and the other province, they may also build up their own natural history museum. They may have another better one maybe. But till now, we can see this is the largest and well-preserved and the most completed one. And this is from Guizhou and the Yunnan region. So right now we all see the bones. So we will see how originally all the animals look like. So let me show you some pictures. This one is the one we just saw. That's a huge rhino. So you can see the head is not really like the rhino we saw nowadays. And of course, the size is much, much larger than the ones we see right now. So I think that it's more than around 5 times heavier than the elephants. And this is also the dinosaurs. Hope our viewers can understand and have a look and understanding of the dinosaurs. These are all the dinosaurs, and I try to show the original look of the animals. And the pterosaur, I hope you can find and talk about. And some is quite easy to tell. And this one is Stegosaurus. Another one, Archaeopteryx. And I believe this is the most updated found by the human beings. And this is the Mamenchisaurus with a very long neck. So it's very easy to tell. So you can see the neck. So this neck, the length of it is around 3 times longer than the neck of giraffe. So this kind of animals, actually, they move really slowly. And before we in China released the stamps that's under the theme of Mamenchisaurus. So coming to this part, we found the forest of Yellow River. So we're coming the precious animals of greater rivers. So here we talk about the great rivers. That's also a lot of the very famous rivers around the world that involves Yangtze, Amazon, the Danube, the Nile. So the second part of our exhibition, we talk about the precious animals in the greater river. So here we show the biodiversification of 10 great rivers. So the number one you will see is Amazon. The tropical weather is really unique. So very soon we're coming into the Amazon area, so we show you the tropical rainforest to bring you exactly to the environment of the Amazon. So the whole exhibition, we can tell, is really, really large. It's around 18,000 square meters. So there's a screen. So this one's also quite unique. This is on the ground. So we can see some animals. So what is this? So we make it more fun for our kids. So we bring some animals in the river from the Amazon. So from the exhibition or from the experience perspective, we show you that the integrated experience from the up to the air, the flying animals, to the walls, to the underground, to the ground. So right now, some of the animals actually it's really hard to purchase the specimens. So we use these quite cutting-edge technologies to show our viewers what kind of animals they exist in the tropical rainforest. So for the ants, it's quite hard to purchase the specimens. So we showcase the ants through our screens. And there's also the animals and the fishes that you can find in the river of Amazon. And we also see the electric fish. And here showcase different kinds of the fishes. This is quite unique from the Amazon area. So for the piranha, so it didn't showcase here. Of course, we cannot really show you everything here. So we show you the most typical ones from the Amazon. And we also can hear the song that played. Yes, we want to show our viewers not only the song, we also show you how it smells. So for the museum, we want to provide our viewers all-round experience. So everything from the smell to the sound and also the look and touch give you this 360-degree feeling. So we also see another screen, big screen here. So here we talk about, that's the documentary of the animals, and that's the 3D effect. So this is the 3D effect documentary. So just now we experienced the Amazon, and right now we're coming to the section of aquatic animal. Aquatic animal area. So we can see there are a lot of fishes hanging here. That's the animals from the river of Amazon. So it shows that you're walking under the sea. So this is quite unique. So they show you that right now we are looking something fun under the water. So all these fishes here, you can find the introduction of all these animals here. So you can touch the screen and know more information of all the exhibition. So for the AC museum, not 100% finished yet, so it's not officially open yet. But you can tell later on, if our viewers come in here, you can know more information here. So you touch the screen, it shows you the details of the animals here. So let's go ahead to look at this. I believe this is something. Oh, that's the screen, right? That's not the real ones. And you touch it. Here you go. That shows the name. So the dolphins and this say hello to you. That's a very good interaction. So you touch it and it shows its self-introduction. So touch the screen, you touch the animals, and really, really good for the kids to understand the animals. So we use the cutting-edge technologies to give more fun to our viewers. So we talk about we need to give the life to our specimens, make it more vivid and lively. So you cannot tell that everything just put there and you see it, okay, the fossil just stay there all the time. That's boring. So we are right now multimedia method that show more fun. And it's a really good interaction with our viewers. So this is really interesting and really good to know more. And not only for the animals, and if you touch the plants, and also give you the details of the plants. So you touch it, they show you the name of the animal or the plant. So this fish called opal, that is something rare to see for us. That's something you cannot really see. And this is the real fish specimens. So we show you the knowledge here. You can touch it. You can know exactly what you are seeing. For each key theme exhibition, we show you the screen for interaction. We also have the touching screen to provide more knowledge and information to our audience. So we want to show you the viewers the experience with rich knowledge, information, and also in a very interesting and fun way. So that's very good interaction. You never find it boring. So you show you all around. So we have something up in the air, on the walls, and also under our foot. So it's very busy seeing everything. So in one hall, you can find all the precious specimens of animals and plants in the greater rivers. So we talk about the greater river, actually it's not really a lot of exhibitions related. So under the theme of the greater river civilization, this is something new. And here are some the specimens donated by Mr. Benring. For Yangtze River, that's also the very big pool of biodiversification. So we have another hall for the Yangtze River civilization. That's around 30,000 square meters. So we talk about Yangtze River is the third river around the world. So we talk about greater rivers. We have to mention Yangtze River. We talk about the biodiversification. We talk about the natural history. We should bring Yangtze River into the scope. So if our viewers would like to come into here, so first I suggest you go to the Yangtze River first and then coming to this Bering Natural Resources Museum. So we talk about the Yangtze River actually is really rich. So for the Greater River Civilization Theme Museum, it's very soon to open, but I suggest all the viewers to visit Yangtze River and the Great River Civilization Theme Museum together. So for this one, this only show the Civilization Museum where all the biodiversification related to the Greater River. So we want to showcase the precious specimens. And for the Yangtze River, you also can find a lot of information from A to Z about the Yangtze River. So for our exhibition, we divided from the history perspective. So from Amazon to Mississippi, through Panama, right now we're coming to Yenisei. So this is the river Yenisei. And we can see the ice. And you can tell the temperature is lower Yes, that's quite different from other rivers. So here we see the white bear and also the Arctic wolf and alopex lagopus. So this is also the rare animals from Arctic. And we can tell this is we can tell is snow hare. And this is the birds also from the Arctic zones. So you can see their furs is really rich because it helps them to protect them from the cold. So keep them really warm. And you can tell their furs are quite thick. For the Arctic pole, you can find the animals actually they have a very thick and long fur because that helps them to keep warm. And this is the alopex lagopus. If you ask me, actually everything to me is all the treasures for me. They are all my assets. I really pick them carefully. So I also actually visit them every day. And this is quite unique. You can see the longest one is the teeth. And this one, sea dog. So you can see the river Yenisei, quite cold, a lot of snowing and ice blocks. And the white bear, there are two ones. One is standing, another one is walking. So the very large size of specimens. So one from Mr. Bering and one from our purchase. Mr. Bering donated specimens. He either bought from United States, from Africa, or Australia. For our own specimens, it's weighed through open bid, and the qualified specimen made companies, they join our open bid to win the bidding. So it depends on their quality as well as price. So we talk about all the specimens. Actually, we can track the resources, where it really originally from. So I can guarantee you, Wuhan History Natural Museum, Yellow River Museum, and Mr. Bering, and Great River Civilization, same museum, everything you find here, the specimen of animals, plants, and paleontology are all from the reliable source. So nothing is illegal way. So we got approval from the authorities. The specimens donated by Mr. Bering only donated to the museum, not donated to the companies. And all these specimens donated by Mr. Bering should in the exhibition hall. We cannot really lock them in the inventory. So we show all the specimens donated by Mr. Bering. We also see some plants, some trees. And here is also the river Yenisei. Really rich content. So we show you under different scenes. So we can tell you the biosystem in different greater rivers. So what kind of theme we need we will display the animals and the plants. We talk about the specimens of paleontology. We only can show them in the table or desk. We found one black bear, and this one, very small size. That's the Siberia tigers. That's also well known as the Manchurian tiger. So that's tiger from Siberia. And we also have the tiger from Sumatra. So here shows you 6 species of tigers. We have a lot waiting us to explore. Let's keep it moving forward to coming to the next great river. And here we're coming to the overall exhibition is around 10,000 square meters to show you the 10 greater rivers. At our second floor, we provide our viewers the secret of great rivers. So that's waiting for our viewers to explore by themselves. So we all know the leopard. The pattern is quite unique. But here you find this one is all in black, total black. So the leopard, this one especially, actually he got the disease called the black disease. So maybe this one is unique. So during the evolutions, because of different factors, we talk about the panda. Right now only eat bamboos. That also because of the factors of evolution. This is the shape from Himalaya. We can tell the specimens donated by Mr. Bahrain is really environmental friendly, and we can tell the ones we made domestically also follow the same standards. Before, the way we make specimens is contained the chemicals, and right now the one we made really soft. And we can tell the leather we made is same as the leather for clothing. No pollution. So we can guarantee that there is no very small smells. And you can feel and touch it. Really soft. They're really soft. Really good. right now the way we make and maintain the specimens. We want to bring the original look and feel and touch of all these animals. And we are right now not at the Ganges River. And here where we are at Yellow River. The upstream of Yellow River show you the wriggling. So we tell you exactly where the Yellow River originated from. So from the birthplace of Yellow River, we provide you 3 scenes. One is from the upstream of Yellow River. So this will show you exactly how it looked like. So here is the animals from the upstream of Yellow River. We talk about the Yellow River is from the sky and running to the sea. And for the middle stream of Yellow River, I believe this is very, very familiar for all the Chinese viewers. And this is quite an iconic one of Yellow River. So this is right now is not finished. Later I will use the multimedia way to show you exactly splendid look and feel of the young Yellow River. You can hear the sound of the Yellow River and you can see the great experience we will show you in the different ways. So this is our mother river. So this is the Hukou Fall. So that's also the birthplace of China's civilization. We talk about the mother river that's referred to Yangtze River and the Yellow River. Back to the farming society. And we talk about the Yellow River is for the trees, and for Yangtze River is for the planting rice. So talking from the agricultural economy, that's different. From a philosophy perspective, we talk about the Yellow River. Civilization is based on Confucius. Yangtze River is based on the Taoism. So talking from the literature perspective, Yellow River is for the poem. Yangtze River is the 楚辞. That you can tell you can feel the 楚辞 from the Qu Yuan's poem. So they are quite different in the culture, economy, and agriculture. They all called the mother rivers of China, but they are quite different. So here we show you the whole journey of Yangtze River, from the upstream to middle stream to downstream. And here the oasis of Yellow River, and we can tell this is the heaven, not really heaven. We talk about during the migration of the birds. This is their airport. So this is the transferring airport for the birds when they're doing the migration. Right now we're coming to the Nile. Mara River is the upstream of the Nile. We can tell exactly the river actually starting from Mara River, goes through the Mara Lake, and then going to the Nile. So for our exhibition, we separate the Mara River and the Nile. But we talk about the source of the river. Actually, they all originated from the Mara River. But in the end, these two are still different. So here we look at the animal migration of Africa. I know the CCTV and the CGTN attach great importance to this, and you may also made a documentary in this area. For all the museums, or they receive the animals or the specimens from Mr. Bahrain, this is something must for the exhibition. So this is the Great Migration. This happened at Eastern Africa. And here you see a bunch of different animals. You can see the leopard, hyena, zebra, and the white lion. I think this is also another highlight of our museum, right? This is rare to see. This is pure white. Because of the lighting, you may not really tell the color, but I can tell you it's totally pure white. So right now we talk this is because of the disease. So this is in color white, but it's really rare to see. And here we show you in a very vivid way about the Great Migration. So we have the mountains, we have the rivers, all different kinds of animals. And we are right now standing on the river. And we see this is also the challenge to the animals. They want to crossing the river. We have a very dangerous alligator in the river. So this is a quite risky scene during the Great Migration. So this is quite a large Nile crocodiles. So it's very aggressive and in larger size. So you can see this is really large size of animals, but still in the end, they died in the mouth of Nile crocodile. So you can tell, I believe the scene is really aggressive and breathtaking. So we also show you at the background on the wall that is the real scene during the Great Migration. So also show you a different documentary to give you more information. Let's continue. I think I found a chimpanzee. Some are donated by Mr. Bailing and some we bought by ourselves. I believe there are all different kinds of chimpanzees, right? They are also very precious ones. We have another specimens on the way. So they call it the King Kong chimpanzee. It's on the way, on the road. Will very soon arrive here. We bought it around 3.8 million RMB and originally from Australia. It's really, really precious and valuable. Right now, for the existing specimens of chimpanzee, King Kong chimpanzee, only 3. And we got 1 out of 3. So we talk about the official opening of our museum is around July 1st, and we will arrive before the opening day. And we have another elephant. Right now it's at the custom of Shanghai as the one of the largest elephants around the world, and we only have 2 available around the world. One is bought by Mr. Bahrain, and Mr. Bahrain donated to us. So a lot of the really rare and limited number of specimens will be soon collected all here in Wuhan Natural History Museum. So Mr. Bahrain donated 500 pieces. So that's why we also built this museum under the name of Mr. Bahrain. So Mr. Bahrain said 500, we can make more. So right now we have more than 500 pieces of Mr. Bahrain's donation. And our dedication also quite touched Mr. Bahrain, so he also would like to donate more. So right now we're coming to which great rivers? Right now we're coming to the territory of the Nile. And this is the downstream of the Nile. We can tell all the animals here. Not just in a simple way to show you, here we go, the specimens. They are under the real scenes. So we just show you the Great Migration, and here you can see the rhinos. It's so cute. So we can find they provide different scenes. They're like some of them doing the attacking, breeding, interaction, finding food, all different kinds of scenes were all provided here. So you can know more about their habits, their living behaviors, their routines of animals. So this is called the P-dog. If you look at the documentary, actually these are quite famous ones. So this is, I believe, quite similar as we just saw from the other rivers, like the hyenas. So they attacked, or the way they finding food is they always go in a group. So if you watch the movie directed by Lian, you will find that's the Life of Pi. Some similar animal actually appeared in that movie. So let's go upstairs to find more. So the upstairs just give you a flavor of our second floor. So the original plan for us is around 1 hour, but I believe there are more waiting for us. So I just give you a quick flavor. For the older viewers, it's more than an hour for you to find a lot of interesting stuff here. So prepare yourself more than 1 hour if you come here. So we're coming to our second floor. The specimens here, I can tell everything is best here. So pondering of the greater rivers. We talk about the different animals, the horses. This is the original horse. So this is the earliest horse. So you can tell that from the ways we show you the whole journey of the evolution of the horse, from the original one to the current horses. So you can tell how the horses were developed or evoluted. So during the ecological succession, due to the environmental issues, different factors, they change themselves from the shape to their habit. And this is the turtles. From the earliest one, so this is in the fossil. So this is also my first time to see the fossil of turtles. The fossil specimen. And then so we have sea turtles and land turtle. So we show you different kinds of animals about the whole history of evolution. So here we talk about the panda. So let's talk about this is a real panda. Can you tell this is a panda? This is the panda's specimen. And the rest is a sample we make. We talk about the fossilization rate. For this one, only the head. This is fossil. This is a fossil. This is a fossil of panda. And then we here show you the whole history. This is the teeth. This is from same time period. And then we look at, for some species, some of their functions or their look happened in degeneration. That's also due to the environmental issues. So you can see this one is called bird, but it cannot fly. We talk about evolution, degeneration, and special change. So here we show you the different angles of the animal. This is Dodo, already extincted. And this is a very precious specimen. We use the real fur and real leather to build up this one. This is the sample of Dodo. So we here, for this exhibition, show you the journey of evolution of the animals and the plants. And this is the rosewood. So I believe there are more than 20 kinds of rosewood because of the deforestation. It's really rare to see all these kinds of rosewood. So we talk about rosewood. So really limited numbers exist. So we talk about the plants. We also call on everyone's effort to protect our forests, our plants. The rhino, we have to mention rhino. A very large size. And this is, I believe, of course, this is a specimen. There's a really valuable large-size rhinos. So we show you all these, not only the concepts or the specimens. We want to really call on everyone to cherish our life, to cherish the nature, to show your care to the nature. So right now we're doing our decisive war to protect animals and the plants in the greater rivers. We talk about the biodiversification. We have Kyoto and Paris Agreement. All these are really draw the global attention to protect nature, to protect the ecosystem. So just now, actually, we go through all the exhibitions to have a taste of all the animals, plants in the greater rivers. We see the very valuable and precious specimens. All the exhibitions and all the animals and the plants presented here, we can tell the beauty of the great rivers. And through our live streaming, we want to really call on everyone's attention to show your love and protect all the animals, plants to do good to our ecosystem. Thank you.